Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us as we are united in making hope happen for the students and the community of San Bernardino. Thank you for your attention and for taking a seat. I'm Linda Bardier, the Director of Communications, and I would like to welcome you to a special reception in honor of our new school board member, Gwen Rodgers, and in honor of our new Chief Business Officer, Jayne Christakos. I'm going to begin by recognizing some of the elected officials who've joined us this afternoon. I'll begin by asking our very own Board of Education to please stand. Mr. Mike Gallo, Board President. Dr. Margaret Hill, Board Vice President. Dr. Barbara Flores, Board Member. Mrs. Linda Savage, Board Member. Mrs. Abigail Medina, Board Member. And Mrs. Gwendolyn Rodgers, School Board Member. I'd also like to thank some of the elected officials who are with us today or sent their representatives. Representing Assembly Member Cheryl Brown from the 47th District is John Getty. Thank you, John. Representing our County Supervisor, James Ramos, is Mr. John Futch. Thank you. Representing our County School Superintendent, Ted Alejandro, we've got Rich DeNava here on his behalf. Thank you, Rich. County Board of Trustee member, Mr. Hardy Brown II is also with us. I'd like to thank the support of our City of San Bernardino with Mayor Carrie Davis is with us today. We also have Mr. Ricky Van Johnson, who's with us. And our city attorney, Gary Sines, is with us as well. And I'm not sure if she made it, but from the city of Rialto, Barbara McGee, the city clerk, said she was going to do her best to make it here, so let's give her a round of applause. Ken Young from the Riverside County office. Thank you so much for joining us. Next, I would like to invite Superintendent Marsden to come to the podium to say a few words about our newly appointed school board member, Ms. Gwendolyn Rodgers.
Thank you, Linda, and it's always a real testimony to someone's leadership when you see family, friends, and community members come out like you have. As I've met with and greeted a lot of you as you came in, it's a testament to the leadership of those that are being honored tonight and recognized at the reception. So we're so very grateful for leadership. It matters. Leadership matters. It makes a fundamental difference. And so it's my pleasure just to say a few comments about Gwen. Most of you know Gwen even better than I do, but I've gotten to know her more over the last few years. And I know that she's born and raised in San Bernardino. I know she's the youngest of 4, and she has 3 brothers who have served and are serving communities. Ernest, her one brother, serves in Sabita for the city of San Bernardino. Billy is retired from corrections, and she has one brother, Dennis Dowdy, who's a special education teacher in our own district for San Andreas. And I know that Gwen's mother and father are here tonight, and it's a testament to, where are they? We want to point them out. They're here back in the back over there. And I guess I can say I'm hopeful that I'll be as successful as you with my 4 children, giving back in service the way that yours have. That's a real testament to your leadership in the home. Gwen has over 20 years of experience in the corporate world finance. She's done a lot of work around mental health, social work, worked with COPE, Congregations Organized for Prophetic Engagement. She cares about communities. I was talking to some folks as they were coming in tonight. You know, our city, it's tough sometimes to find tribal leaders, people who don't have a interest or a personal agenda, but they really do distinctly care for the success of every person they serve. And Gwen is such an individual. I've witnessed that in her. I've witnessed that in her husband, her children. I had the pleasure of working with her oldest son, who's now at Morehouse College, last year at Cajon, so fantastic. And she has an 11th grader and a 10th grader still at Cajon. So she's here, she cares, most recently been the president of our district African American Advisory Council. So she's done a lot of work already. And she's laid the foundation. She's earned the position that the board has declared that she should take on right now. So this is one small step for Gwen. I know it's still a journey ahead, but we are so grateful and looking forward to what's ahead. And so with that, I want to welcome Gwen, and I know she'll have a few remarks as well. Welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, and thank you to everyone. I am just so overjoyed with the outpour of support. But again, I do want to acknowledge my parents, who I love dearly, that are here with me. My brothers are spread out, family members, godchildren, all former people are here. But most importantly, I do want to acknowledge my husband, who has had to deal with the Win with Gwen for quite a while now. And so I want to acknowledge him, and to my children, thank you for the support. We're halfway there. But to the community, I appreciate you supporting my passion. You know, my passion is for students to succeed. And I truly am not taking this role lightly. I want to continue to do the work that I'm doing here in this lovely city of San Bernardino that I grew up in and am a product of. And I want us to see the entire community doing great things and our children doing great things. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, God, for everything you've done for me. Thank you.
All right, and I think at this time, actually, Gwen, I'm going to ask you to come back up because I think we actually have the official swearing-in ceremony now. And so we're going to do that. And I think we have the document I need.
You know, I don't like coming back second, but I did mess up on something. My mother-in-law is here. Raise your hand, as well as her support. My mother-in-law and her friend, Amen, is here. So come on and just give it up for him as well.
And if you wanted anybody to join you, we can do that as well. So,
Yes, the children.
okay, so why don't you invite them?
Can I ask my son, daughter, as well as my bishop and pastor to come forward?
Fantastic. And so, Gwen, if you would raise your right hand, and I'll ask you to repeat the oath of office. I, Gwendolyn Rodgers,
I, Gwendolyn Rodgers,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose
without any mental reservation or purpose
of evasion,
and
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
I will well faithfully discharge the duties that which I am about to enter.
All right, congratulations.
Congratulations, Mrs. Rodgers. I'd like to now take this opportunity to invite the mayor of San Bernardino to come up and make a brief presentation to both of tonight's honorees. So, Mayor Davis.
Well, on behalf of the city of San Bernardino, it is a pleasure and an honor to be here to recognize those who have stepped into service in our community. The Rodgers family is certainly a great example of what our community is about. The dedication that they put into this is remarkable, and we appreciate your efforts, your dedication, your commitment. As you take the role of a board member and you take on that mantle, there are many decisions that you'll be making that will affect many people. And we know that this board is moving. They are moving in the right direction. They have taken on the challenge of San Bernardino. You've seen how our scores have improved to over 4%. That's an amazing accomplishment in a short period of time. And so we welcome you. And with that, I'd like to ask Councilman Johnson to come forward. And he will read the certificate of recognition.
Well, before I do that, first of all, I just want to praise God for this. Give the Lord a hand praise. You know, it's truly an honor and a privilege to stand up here and present this to Gwendolyn Rodgers. The Arlington and Gwendolyn are the new power couple in the city of San Bernardino, you know. But on behalf of the city of San Bernardino, I'd like to say on behalf of the mayor and common council, we express our sincere congratulations on your appointment to the San Bernardino Board of Education. We wish you continued success and present it the first day of September 2015.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'd like to invite John Getty, the representative for Assemblymember Cheryl Brown, to come forward to make his presentations.
Thank you, Linda, and everyone. Thanks for coming. Board Member Rodgers, I get to say that now, Board Member Rodgers. When I see you, I always wonder if I'd missed a DAC meeting. So I always have this fear. I don't think I missed any, but let me know. And I know you'll probably have to pass that torch. And before I read this message, this narrative from Assemblymember Brown, I just wanted to say that I can't think of anybody else that does more for African American students and all students than you. So it's very special. On behalf of Assemblymember Brown, who is in Sacramento this afternoon, very busy this week, she is very excited about your appointment and your swearing in. On behalf of Assemblymember Brown, I am honored to present you with a certificate in recognition of your appointment to serve students and families as a board member for the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We now place young minds in your hands. All the very best to you as you help provide a better future. Congratulations. And one more. On behalf of Assemblymember Brown, to the newest Chief Business Officer. I am honored to present you with this certificate in recognition of your new position as Chief Business Officer for the San Bernardino City Unified School District. All the very best to you as you begin to serve our constituents and the Unified School District. Congratulations. I think she wants to take a picture.
I also want to mention that Supervisor James Ramos has also brought certificates for School Board Member Gwen Rodgers and for our Chief Business Officer, Jayne Christakos. So let's give Supervisor Ramos a big round of applause. And it now gives me great pleasure to introduce a long-standing school business expert, Mrs. Jayne Christakos. Jayne Christakos joined the San Bernardino City Unified School District as the new Chief Business Officer on July 1st, 2015. Prior to joining the San Bernardino City Unified team, Jayne served as the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services in the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District, overseeing fiscal services, technology, facilities, maintenance and operations, transportation, energy management, nutrition services, and risk management. She also served as the Director of Fiscal Services before becoming the Assistant Superintendent of Business Services in the San Jacinto Unified School District. She started her career, San Jacinto is here representing, so let's give them a round of applause. She actually started her career in education as an accounting technician and budget manager for alternative education in Riverside County Office of Education back in 1997. Her chief responsibilities here in San Bernardino include providing leadership for the overall business services of the school district, including aligning resources to the district's mission and goals, budget development and control, attendance accounting, payroll and accounts payable, workers' compensation, purchasing and warehouse, risk management, and employee benefits. Mrs. Christakos received her bachelor's degree in business administration with a concentration in accounting from Cal State San Bernardino. She also received a master's degree in management from the University of Redlands. She holds a Chief Business Official certification from the California Association of School Business Officials. Jayne is married to Vince, who happens to be the Chief Business Official for the Hemet Unified School District. She has 2 children, a daughter, Brittany, and a son, Ian, who she is so very proud of. Jayne says she enjoys spending time with her family, as well as traveling, bike riding, hiking, and yoga. Join me in giving a warm welcome to Jayne Christakos. And before Jayne says anything, I'm going to ask our superintendent to come up and say a few kind words about Jayne. So let's welcome back the superintendent.
Thank you, Linda. And I will tell you, I mentioned a little while ago about Gwen, but I'll say it here. San Jacinto is not close by, and for her team to do what they did to make it here, it is, again, a testimony to great leadership. You know, when we went through the process of selecting a CBO, it's no small process. It's a very extensive interview process internally. We have a group of community members. Mr. Posey's in the audience from a local credit union leader and some other leaders that are in the room in that process. what we learned about Jayne there. And then when I made calls, not just to people on the reference lists, but I would always ask the people I called, who else do you suggest I talk to? And time again, when I talked to people that Jayne worked with, the message that resounded was she is all about developing people. She's all about creating systems that work. She's all about caring for people. And I could tell right away as I was talking to people that worked neck and neck with her that she had the kind of heart, the kind of head that we needed here. And I can tell you in the short beginning of week 9 now, 9 weeks that she's been here, it feels like it's been 9 months. I mean, she's just done a fantastic job, taking a huge load off of me, and I am so grateful to have the opportunity to work with Jayne. So when you ask Jayne about her why is she loves building the capacity of other people. She loves supporting others and creating systems that support others. She's lived in the Inland Empire her entire life. Even when she had to commute forever to get back home, and we're so grateful to have her here. She loves this city, and when she talks about it fondly because she has memories of coming here, San Bernardino, and being in the city and knowing and seeing what it was, and also with us seeing what it will be here shortly, and because of her leadership. It's also a testament to her leadership when you have the county superintendent from Riverside County coming here to see her come and be welcomed on. That's a big deal in my book. So I just want to welcome Jayne and welcome all of you guests, family, friends that are here. We are so grateful, and thank you.
I just want to take a minute to recognize a few people. First, my family. My husband had to leave. He has a board meeting at him at Unified, and so he had to leave. He was here shortly. He encouraged me to apply for this position. He's my #1 supporter. Also, my talented and wonderful, kind-hearted son, Ian Martinez, and his lovely girlfriend, Amalia. My sister, my best friend, Lori Burleson, and her daughter was here, my niece, and she had to leave for a board meeting as well. So I want to tell you why I'm here. Could the Placentia Yorba Linda folks stand up? I have a couple folks that drove all the way out here, and one had to leave. And then Ken Young, Rich. Can I have all the San Jacinto folks stand up as well? That's why I'm here, because of the great support you receive in education. And I want to recognize, I think the board will find this particularly interesting, the cabinet from San Jacinto Unified. Diane Perez, the superintendent. Well, first I have to start with the retired superintendent, Dr. Sherry Fox, my very, very special mentor and very good friend, Dr. Sherry Fox, who promoted me to assistant superintendent in the San Jacinto. A woman with a laser-like focus and a passion for students. Diane Perez replaced her. Diane is the daughter of Del Bryant, who was a longtime employee of San Bernardino, and Diane is a product of the San Bernardino schools. I think it was San Gorgonio that she graduated from. The new assistant superintendent of business services, Seth Herron, is a product of San Bernardino City Schools, graduating from Cajon. And Sherry Smith also was an employee and a graduate of San Bernardino Schools. So 3 of the 4 cabinet members are a product of this district. So that is why I'm here, because I've had support throughout my career from my family, my colleagues, and my friends. And just in closing, I'm thankful for this opportunity here in San Bernardino. I'm inspired by the direction the board has set to provide a world-class education for the students of San Bernardino. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to serve in the capacity of Chief Business Officer. I will do everything to support the mission of the district. Dr. Marsden, thank you for your outstanding leadership. And finally, to my colleagues and staff here, thank you for being so welcoming. I'm in awe of your talent and commitment to ensuring the vision of making hope happen for the students of San Bernardino. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the program portion, and we are going to allow you to continue mingling and enjoy the food and the the camaraderie of your fellow coworkers. And then shortly before the start of the board meeting, once all of our board members are here, we will take a new formal picture. So please enjoy yourself, and thank you for your attention.